But don't forget me, little darling, while I'm growing old and gray. Just a little thought about me before I head off far away.
Well, Kentucky's meant so much to him because he grew up listening to his bluegrass. And when we would come down here to visit, we'd always bring his guitar because his grandpa would always want him to go out and play for him. So he cherishes Kentucky because of his ancestors being here and what he learned from them.
I'll never be able to escape the influence that the joyous and wondrous hollering and carrying on that I heard up in those hills will have on my life forever.
Forget all those promises you gave me, and so I'll be waiting on the hillside where the way that you call, on the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall. Play it once for J.D. Crowler.
I hope that if I've been able to do anything in my life in any small way to pay tribute to my mother and father and their parents, and specifically in this instance, my grandparents who were from Floyd County and Pike County, Kentucky, all their lives. It's not only just been in the vernacular that I've used in writing, but the intent of that writing, the intent of those voices.
Tell me, darling, you let he ever think of me.
I think 4th grade he wrote his first song, but he's always just been musically inclined.
That culture is unique, and I think that's one of the reasons, because it's not, and I say this to people when they go, oh, you're from the South. Well, no, I'm really from a border state. I'm from Kentucky. It's different than Dixie, and it's unique unto itself.
Don't forget me, little darling, no, our love affair seems gone. When the whistle blows each morning and I walk down in that cold dark mine, I say a prayer to my dear Savior, please let me see the sunshine one more time. When the wind will be over, when the wind line any birds down, and when I die, dear Lord in heaven, please take my soul from me that cold dark ground. I still grieve for my poor brother, and I still hear my dear old mother cry. When late that night they came and told her he lost his life down in the Big Show mine. Well,
I don't know how I would have viewed the world differently had I not been born into rural southeast Kentucky and that culture, the Appalachian culture, the coal mining culture of that region. But I know for a fact that my life would have been less.
My mother and her family was sent to a singing school. And she said we learn by the shapes of notes. And so the whole family was a singing family. So when we get together, that was one of our pastimes, to sing. And they would harmonize. They'd have the bass singer and the tenor, the whole works. So he grew up listening to that and appreciated it very much.
Just to rear back and let rip with the abandon that my grandmother would sing with out in the kitchen. I mean, to think about it to this day makes me, shiver, and it gives me goosebumps, because her voice is never on a record, but it is. My Aunt Margaret's voice was never heard on a record, but it is. My mother's voice was never heard on a record, but it is. All those people that I heard as a child that cared for me and you know, gave me the life that I was fortunate enough to have. I hope I'm able to put their voices on record every time I step up to a microphone and sing.
When I die, dear Lord in heaven, please take my soul from me that cold dark ground. Please take my soul from me that cold dark ground. Please take my soul from me that cold dark ground. Thank you.
Special thanks.